Hey everybody, John Peterson from J. Peterson Photography, and I'm here with another little quick video about Luminar 2018, and I want to talk today about one of the filters that is available within Luminar. And that filter is called the Vignette filter. I think everybody probably knows what a vignette is about and what it does. It either darkens or lightens the edge of the image. Vignetting is something that I do to certain degrees with almost every image that I process and post. What vignetting does for me, it really helps me to focus my viewers' attention in the part of the image that I want them to look, or it allows me to really highlight a subject extremely well within the overall composition of the frame. So I generally vignette in every image that I put up there. Sometimes it's a very, very subtle vignette that you can't see. Other times it's a stronger vignette depending upon what I want to do and what my goals are for the image. So in Luminar 2018, they give you a vignette filter that's very, very easy to use. So if you look in the filters menu, up here in the essential section, you'll see vignette. And what I've done is I've made a few adjustments already to this image of a bison that I shot out in Yellowstone National Park a couple of years ago. And in the vignette filter, you have a mode of post-crop and pre-crop. I generally work in the post-crop mode to make sure if I make any little crop tweaks, the vignette will be adjusted and I don't crop out any of the vignetting that I've already applied. But really, the biggest slider to use on the vignette is the amount. So if I slide to the left, you can see the edge of the corners of my image start to become darker. If I slide to the right, the edges become lighter. Typically what I'll do is darken the edges of my frame, or darken the corners, darken the edges, so that my subject is isolated, like in this case. I really want viewers to focus on the bison that was rolling in the dirt. So I may apply a vignette relatively strong in this case because the background and the surrounding information is not important to the image. It's all about the bison. One of the key things with vignetting and one of the best parts of any vignette filter is this ability to place the center. So what you do is click on this button and then with your cursor, place it where you want. If you don't place the center, the software is going to put the center of the vignette right in the middle of the frame. And in this case, I want the center of the vignette to be right on the center of the bison. So I'll place my cursor here, left click, and you can see how it lightened up the bottom part of the image, kind of darkened up a little bit more of the top here. Let me go back. So if I place center back in the center of the image, you can see it's okay. But when I come down here and place it in the center of the bison, it's really highlighted. The size slider is really kind of nice, and it lets you adjust the size of the vignette circle. You can see when I crank it all the way down and make it the smallest, it's about the size of the bison. In this case, I still want to keep it relatively large and not be a really harsh vignette on the bison. Roundness kind of affects the roundness of the filter. You can see as I move this, it starts to become square. You can see sort of a square line right out here. So I generally don't touch the roundness. I'll keep it right in the middle. Feathering is, of course, just feathering between the vignetted part and the non-vignetted part, kind of like a graduated neutral density filter. If I remove all the feather, you can see the very harsh lines of the vignette. And as I move it further to the right, that harsh line is removed and the dark and light pixels are interspersed across a greater area. So that's really what feather's about. And then inner light, if I want to boost the center of my vignette, I can use this slider. Typically what I'll do is I will tone the image, I'll adjust the image, adjust the bison in this case, for the right tonality for what I want. And so when it comes time to vignette, because that's the last step that I do in my process, when it comes time to do that, I typically don't mess with this inner light business. Just for me, because I've got the tonality of the bison where I want it. So, and then to toggle the vignette on and off, here's the little eye icon. So this is without a vignette, and you can see it's just a fairly flat image. When with the vignette on, I feel a lot more three-dimensionality, a lot more impact. The bison stands out more from the background. So there's off, there's on. And I think a vignette is very subtle. You really can't see the vignette or really notice it consciously. But when you do it right, it's a very subtle adjustment that really directs the viewers and adds that little extra special sauce to your image by the end of the day. So there you have it, a little something about Luminar 2018 Vignette. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.